Hey, bud, welcome aboard.
Neither of us have got that time yet, have we?
No. No, we haven't. This afternoon I'll get some packing done. Get that closet cleared out. Maybe finish getting my bookcase packed.
Bookcase?
Yeah, I've got a bookcase. It's got some of my Star Wars collectibles, my beer glasses, and all my gaming books, the few reading books I've got, some of my journals, the stuff that I've had for a while. My very first electronics book is in there. When I was in high school, I picked up a electronics book about the Edison electronics system. It was a text primer about working on electronics, written by the Edison lab in New Jersey back in 1904 or something. It's a really classic introduction to working on electrical devices.
Yeah.
It's what really got me hooked on working on electronics.
Nice.
Picked up at a garage sale for 5 cents. Yeah, I'm an old man.
You said it.
You gonna invite me or what?
Yes, I'm kind of picking my gun at the moment. I'm not going with the gun I went last week because I have got everything done. What's the Veterali 71 like?
I have no idea.
Well, we're about to find out. I bought it.
I've got to pick up just short of 1,000 experience with this hunter to go up a level. This is my hunter with the silenced Winchester and the Schofield revolver. I think she has throwing knives too. Yes, she does.
Right, seeing as I'm having no issue on YouTube at the moment, is my Twitch doing okay?
Alright, you are carrying a couple of grenades. You've got a trench knife, health kit, bear trap.
Yes, I'm doing well on Twitch as well. Awesome.
I've got a vitality shot. I've got an ammo box ×2. I have a quad Derringer small light pistol that's easy to carry and conceal. Holds 4 shots, 12 additional rounds.
Well, we'll see what the Venturale is like. I haven't played with that gun yet, so only one way to find out.
Here we go. We're searching for our match.
Might end up on the US East because we didn't change. Well, I didn't change the region back since we last changed it last week to.
Did I play this with a controller or mouse and keyboard?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I'm terrible.
I'm not over there, so I can't physically see your setup, my friend. So I don't know.
Oh,
That is something I can't answer.
I am terrible. I'm on a controller now. I'm gonna find out real quick if I was playing on a controller, because I'm not gonna know what the different things do. I think I was on a controller playing this.
But anyone watching my Twitch and YouTube right now, if you hear me echo or there's any problems, do let me know in Rob's chat.
Yeah, if anybody hears
As we are both streaming.
and
right
either of us echoing, let me know.
Well, you sound fine.
I
don't.
Yeah, I should not be echoing, but
I can't hear each other's streams, so.
I have to turn the stream volume off so that it doesn't permanently echo throughout the stream. So only you guys can tell me. Land shots on enemy hunters using bows or pistols. We found a match on the US East.
Yeah, because we didn't change.
Okay.
We didn't change the region.
No.
So.
That's not actually how it works. When you log into your closest server, but it finds it. I looked it up. It finds a match based on the closest criteria to our ability. So it's these hunters that we're going to be facing are supposedly the closest to our ability level. So in theory, they should not be superior to us. In fact, they'll probably be far superior to us because we're rookies and most people have been playing this a lot longer than us.
And yes, anyone watching Twitch, I have got me for speed because I haven't really changed the stream setting before I started, but hey, I'll change it later.
Okay. I'm in, waiting for Tony to arrive.
Well, I'm sat in the loading screen at the moment, so I'm probably not far behind you.
Right. Nobody in the round gets to go before all players are in. So that's a good thing.
It is.
Alright, the buttons are what I think they are on the controls, so I've played on the controller.
There you go. You just answered your own question.
That means, yeah, definitely played on the controller before. I don't see any clues nearby. I see you.
Yeah, I'm just loading, so.
Somebody ran straight to the butcher. Zero, welcome aboard.
Hey, Zero.
Chevy.
Rob's doing the invisible trick.
I'm doing invisible?
Yeah, you are literally walking in front of me. I mean, if you put my stream in, you'll see. You're literally in front of me, invisible. Well, you aren't now, but a few seconds ago, before you went round the corner, you're literally walking with 2 hands and a gun, no legs, no head, nothing. just like you did last week. I've got some decent clips to put from shots of you. I tell you.
Awesome. C0, I knew we'd figure it out.
What was that?
We got shooting to my left.
What we try figuring out.
And some of that shooting is coming this way. Well, now they've got a bounty token. They can see us.
Wonderful.
No use in hiding.
Close to us.
Watch out.
I go. That's what I said, somebody's close to us, because I started getting...
Somebody just threw dynamite at us.
Yeah. I said, you got smoked. Somebody's coming. Whoa! What the hell is that chasing me? Like bats coming at me, whatever that was.
That hurt.
Chicken shit.
Well, I'm dead.
You're not. I was just about shooting him, he just shot you and then disappeared. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm still dead.
Oh my god. Ah! Not so lucky a second time. I shot at him.
Yeah, he trapped a door, and when I went to heal myself, he shot me. Apparently, you chased him off.
Yeah, I then revived you, then he literally disappeared, and then literally come back. He shot you. I tried to revive you a second time, and this time he shot me.
Yeah, he came right around the corner as soon as you revived me and shot me again.
Yeah. Hey, a lot good. At least now I know how to revive people. I learned something new this week.
I'm actually kind of irritated with the points I spent last week on the ability to revive.
Oh, and then it doesn't stay, yeah.
And it's only good for the one match.
That's good suck.
That was a very expensive trait, to lose after one match.
Yeah. What is it that's coming at him then? What's those?
Alright, he shot a barrel that released those insects, bats, whatever.
So that little chasing me earlier. Right, he shot a barrel. Got you.
He's got somebody coming up on his right. He's got a lot of different grenades in his pockets. He's got to be high level. Yeah, he's rank 100.
Yeah. Prestige 2 as well.
Yeah, so he's got a lot more pocket space than we have.
Yeah, this game seems to have a Call of Duty ranking system. Oh, wonderful.
If he gets to the extraction point, he has to last 30 seconds there.
I mean, we need to reload the game. The A&B has just crashed the game. What was I saying about the A&B driver, Rob? A&B software has detected a bug. Timed out the driver. I need to reload the game. Yes. Indeed. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I will be back with Rob. I need to reboot the game.
Tony, which AMD card is it you're running?
The 7600.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm curious to
I couldn't remember.
The RX 7600.
I knew it was not a 6700.
No. Can't get a 6700. I can get a 6750 in the XF. The XFX. Yeah. I can't pronounce your. I can never remember your make of your.
The XFX.
Yeah, you have trouble saying.
Yeah, well,
Doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
no, but they are a very good company.
Yeah. Well, I've gone with the MSI 5060. I've gone with the A&D Asus one, so I'm thinking stick with A&D, but I'm thinking of going with the one that you've gone with because you seem to have no problem with that.
No, they're very good at building cards. Yeah, it's an XFX, right?
What is?
Your card?
No, it's Asus.
Oh, it's an Asus.
But I can get.
He couldn't get the XFX.
Not like yours, no. I couldn't find any listing anywhere that got one of them. I can get a 6750 off of eBuyer, which is about one up from yours, but I can't get
No, these guys bent over backwards with tech support for me, spent 2 hours trying to troubleshoot the card, tracked it down to an HDMI port on my monitor, not the card, and then after they were done said, hey, you have any more trouble with your system, even if it's not one of our pieces of hardware, just yeah, call us back. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
As the guys who give you that kind of response,
Yeah.
Those guys are rock stars.
Well, I was saying you listening and stuff the other month. I was saying there's one that's Power Color, but I've never heard of Power Color. That seems to be a new one that's popping up. So, that's why I wonder if you've heard of Power Color and how good they were. Zero, have you heard of Power Color doing graphics cards and how good they are?
I'm not familiar with the name.
No, I am. It's just someone else started searching for stuff. It's one that seems to be coming up regularly in searches now for me. Power Color Red Bevel and whatever. I mean, basically all it is basically the same car with RGB fans in it, and I've got RGB set up as it is. I don't want to go too. It'll look silly. For me, I thought the whole system had come.
Okay. Zero says his RX 580 was Red Devil. It's from Power Color.
Oh right, how good is it? Does he recommend?
As I recall, Zero said his 580 was a top-notch card. So my 580 was great. It just I had to replace it to continue growing.
I thought he'd gone for the new 70. What call it?
Red Devil was top of the line. We're on the U.S. East again.
Cool. Well, I don't know if you've got anything out the other one, because I got the driver kicked me out there.
Red Devil is the overclocked extreme gaming version of Power Color's lineup.
Right. So pretty.
And they still make current gen AMD Red Devils as well.
A pretty one to go for it. Right. Okay. No idea what I'm getting satisfied with. Okay, look at that later.
I already hear somebody coughing.
before I even load in.
The Hellhound series is Power Color's cheaper non-overclock cards for people with tight wallets. That's a nice way to say people like me.
I mean, yeah. I haven't got a tight wallet, but I do have a tight budget, yeah.
You need power tools to open my wallet.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's my AMD driver, because you're going invisible again.
It generally means that you're not fully loaded yet.
Whoa.
We got target.
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
I know, same. I'm trying to see where he's shooting you from.
The other side of that wagon. He's using a pistol, too. He got you, huh?
He got me because he kept dodging. He's literally a pansy.
Oh, no, his partner got you.
Oh, right, well, he was dodging side to side when I was shooting.
Well, he was dodging, his partner got you.
Hey, because
when I went to spectate you, I immediately went to spectating the person who shot you.
Right, I see. Well, I was right beside you, I could have revived you, and I thought, well, no, let me see if I can get rid of him first, because if I popped my head out to revive you, I knew I'd have got my head took off straight away. But I wasn't still looking either way, but anyway, I gave it a go.
Even when I've got money, Zero, I'm reluctant to spend it.
I will always spend money on stuff that's worth spending, and I won't spend it on something that's going to break after 5 minutes or not do the job. I want it to do the job if I'm spending money on something. I'm wise with my money, should I say, if that's the term. If that's the 2025 BNA's term. I am wise with money, then that is what I am. I will not put money down the drain.
I want to know what that thing is.
No, I'm not, because I forgot to change the stream title in the stream manager on Twitch. I know about it. I've already said to people in Twitch that I'm aware of the title change. I will change it after stream because I could change it now, but it will still automatically change back to the title I'm on now. So it's fine. I'm aware of it. The fact of the matter we've got a stream out is... And I'm kind of spectating somebody that's already dead. There we go.
Wish there was a way to get into servers with only newbies.
That would be an advantage, wouldn't it? How is the sound cursor for me and Rob on my stream, should I say?
By the way, Kurzo, welcome aboard.
Or is it my stream unless he's in yours as well?
He's not in my stream, but I can welcome him to your stream.
Cool.
I'm in your stream.
I never get used to it, but yes. Something I never get used to. It's called using like that.
You and I are both playing, so...
True. Robbie's a bit loud. I may have to turn him down in Discord then.
Yeah, I did finally fix that microphone problem.
Ah, well apparently Curzo says on my stream you're coming out a bit too well. That's probably because I turned you up because you were low last week. And now you're...
Yeah, it was a Discord problem.
Aha. Yeah, I had to turn him up last week, Curzo, because he was very, very low in my ears. And then now he's probably a bit loud for you guys. That's no problem. I'll turn him down. Back to me a sec.
Windows was dynamically turning down my volume because Discord was set to reduce stream volume.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll turn you down to 100, not from 200.
I was very shocked to find that setting was on and had never been an issue until Windows 11 24 H2 was installed.
Well, Rob, welcome to the party. I bet that long before you did.
Welcome aboard, Odd.
How's that, Curzo? How's he sound now? Is he better for you?
I had to dig deep into Discord settings to find it too. It wasn't a setting that I had ever set myself. Apparently, it's a default setting.
Yeah, that's what I said to you when you were saying to me when I was turning a certain setting off and you couldn't hear me, but I could hear you, and then when I turned a certain setting on, then we could both talk to each other. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been there.
Hey,
already.
Reese, welcome aboard.
I said to you to catch it up. I just hope you don't start getting the troubles I'm getting with your graphics cards though, because you've been fine up to now. And I was fine on Windows 10, it's when I started getting this, you know. But I can't go back to 10, can I? Because I don't want us on 10 no more.
I put off the when Windows 11 home users weren't forced to upgrade to it, I put it off as long as possible because of all the problems it was having. But Windows finally, or Microsoft finally said, home users don't have a choice anymore.
Yeah.
And they forced the update.
Yeah, I was in October last year, and you've late last month you were forced onto it.
A week and a half ago, I was forced into it.
There you go.
Just before the not the last Sea of Thieves stream, but the week before.
The UK was forced before the US was. Interesting.
And it was. Well, remember, if you're not a Windows 11 home user, if you were a Windows 11 professional or what's the other one?
Windows 10 Pro is what I was.
Yeah, if you were a pro user, you got forced into it earlier. But the home users could stay on 23H2 and not worry about the upgrade.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What's up?
They eventually said, no, we're not going to keep updating 23H2. Yeah, I prefer home, not because I used to have Pro on all my systems, and then I went for the simpler version over the last couple of systems I bought. It's just easier for me to not do all the maintenance myself. Am I on a team of one again?
Not really, no. It's saying contract expires.
Oh, you're in the splash screen. Okay.
But last week when I tried going back to the menu early, it decided to split us up, so I'm waiting while the contact expires and let me auto-load back in.
Yeah, since I'm doing all the hardware maintenance for the family, I'm thinking about my next upgrade going back to Pro because of that. But because I do all the hardware maintenance for the family, doing the operating system maintenance is kind of a headache for me. Well, Tony's reading his splash screen information. I'm going to remind everybody that in the description below there is a link for Always Give Back. It's a charity that builds PCs for disabled veterans so that they can get out there. They're gaming PCs so they can get out there and game. They can participate, and most importantly, they can feel part of the wider community, even though they can't afford the high-end PCs that other people can. As of now, they've made over 89 high-end gaming PCs for disabled veterans and presented them. And that's 100% done by donation. So if you guys can take a look at the link, go check those guys out. They are phenomenal. They only deal with...
Oh, speaking of, I like the second company you got for coffee. I can actually have some coffee off you now.
Yes, yeah. Blackout Coffee does deliver overseas.
Yeah. I think Mechamus Divina wasn't despite its claims.
I'm still going after Jeremy about getting his overseas deliveries squared away. He's slow in responding on that field, but that's got to do with his ability to deal with customs, and unfortunately, there's 3 different customs agencies he has to deal with to get things into Europe, the UK, and out of America, because of course it's the US customs and then European customs and then the UK customs, because you guys don't use European customs to get into your country. So because it's 3 different agencies he has to deal with and you all have different rules, he just doesn't want the headache right now.
I get it.
And he is a relatively small company, and I keep pestering him about it though, and I think he's tired of getting my emails. I will, Zero. I do like Lewis's content. But I'm looking to build a media PC when we get to the new house, just to store A, game installers, and B, movies, so that...
Well, that's not a media installer, that's a movie box, but...
Awesome, I will look at it. Well, it's going to be game installers and movies, and I can see, something, it's probably going to need about 10 terabytes of storage, but because I'm going to go after every game installer that we need. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to just say, oh, well, we can use Steam. No. I'm going after the actual install files.
Currently using Steam, Xbox, Ubisoft, EA Play, Black Nuts. What's the other one I just got the other day? I put it in. I can't remember what it is now. Stash. There's one.
No, I am definitely listed as solo now.
My game's doing some weird stuff again because I'm getting...
Well, Zero, if the judge rules in favor of the military on a right to repair item that is currently restricted to factory repair only, that will definitely help the right to repair movement, because it overrides the argument that outside entities have always said, we can repair our own stuff. There's nothing proprietary about any device that I purchased.
Well, I've kind of been put off the Switch 2 for now because they're basically saying about the Switch 2, you don't own the Switch 2, they can turn it off at any point in time. I don't.
Well, the Switch is actually worse than any other device. Not only can they turn it off at any time, they can actually brick it. They can send a command via the internet that will burn out the main processor chip, permanently disabling the entire unit. If Nintendo doesn't like how you're using it.
Oh, looks like I'm going to redo the game again. Because I'm getting...
Isn't that a kick in the nuts, folks? And although Nintendo's claims it's in your terms of service, they do not at any point in their terms of service, nowhere in their terms of service do they claim that they have the right to physically disable your equipment. They have, in their terms of service, they do claim the right to deny you the right to use their service. They do not in any point say they have the right to disable your device. Discontinuing your right to use the service implies that you could sell your device to someone else.
Yeah.
You pay what, $500 for a Switch? If you get tired of using it, you could sell it for $200 on the internet. But if they decide we're going to remove your right to use it, Zero, the way it's worded, if what I recall is they can deny you the right to use their service, not their device. It's very specifically worded. But they are trying to say that the device is the service. And that's, if you're going to say the device is the service, you'd better have some really crafty fucking lawyers. But the difference to me is, I paid $500 for this thing. If I woke up one day and decided I don't want it anymore, I can sell it. But if you're denying me the use of it, I have a paperweight. I can't sell it because the next guy can't use it either. And personally, I think somebody who's had their device bricked, who has money and time, should sue them. People who have had their devices bricked into a class action suit.
Yeah, take them all on at once. Yeah, I agree.
So that, because what they're doing is they are stealing from those individuals. You're allowed to say, no, you're not allowed to use our online service anymore, and this device is required to be online. But you're not. And judges in America have overridden arbitration clauses all the time. Judges in America have overridden arbitration clauses all the time, especially when companies do things that are outside of normal business practices. For example, when you do something like brick the physical device in order to stop somebody from using it. All you have to do is disable their account. If the device requires online access in order to use, terminate their online access. There's no requirement to brick it. And also read the date of the TOS. What's the date of that TOS? What's the date of that TOS? Because that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it's the game that's giving me trouble, because I think it's my GPU driver that's giving me trouble again. But I know. The game's rebooting the third time.
No, I got that. What's the date? Because I read. Okay, because I read the TOS.
Hey, Willow.
Last month.
Welcome to
when
the stream,
they first announced that the units were being bricked, and it didn't say anything about the unit being disabled. It said you would be could be prevented from using the service. But everybody knew that you couldn't use the device without being logged into the service. Again, if you've got a console that can only be used when logged into the service, why are you damaging the console?
Yeah.
Disable the account. Once the account is disabled, the person cannot log in.
Yeah, but basically
It's
that is
over.
basically that is they've got to start a new. They can easily start a new account and log it back in. So if they break the device, you can't log it in at all.
But
That's
that is still not Nintendo's job. Nintendo's
no,
job is not to police the users, to be honest.
no, we're not switching. We're waiting for the game to reboot. As I've had crashes and all.
There's a date somewhere on it. There was a date on the old terms of service.
Xbox
It's
Game
usually right at the
Pass
top.
seems to be very slow, and I think I'm going to put the game on Steam next week. I think it might give me less trouble.
Or there was a date at the top, if I recall, when I read it.
But as I said to you yesterday in your stream, I've got graphical errors as well, so
But then again, like the YouTube terms of service,
I'm lucky I'm streaming it all.
that's odd. They've removed the date. Make it more ambiguous. Make it seem like you agreed to it when the unit was new.
Mm. We're discussing the Switch 2 while we wait on my game rebooting to invite Rob back in. Well, we'll say about bricking the devices.
Well, supposedly YouTube just recently made changes to their terms of service, but when I went to their terms of service page,
I haven't seen anything.
They were last updated in 2023.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything changed. I was told about that.
And, you know, I don't have a problem with YouTube trying to make changes. But if they're making changes, when I go to the page, I have to be able to identify the changes, and I have to agree to them.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. You can't make the changes and say I agree to them by continuing to use the product. That's not how things work. I agreed to them when I signed up and said I agree. So if I need to agree again if you make changes and it's a material change. In legal terms, that's how things work. You know, it's like Facebook Messenger has made changes.
Yeah.
And right now, when I go to Facebook, if I click on Messenger, I can't even look at my messages until I create a PIN code and agree to the changes that they've made.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
I haven't made the PIN code and agreed to the changes because I haven't read the changes yet.
No.
What if I decide I don't like the changes? I'm perfectly willing to get rid of Facebook Messenger. I'm not crazy about Facebook to begin with. I only have Facebook so I can communicate with family and friends who don't like text messaging or phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to their Facebook wall and say, hey, you fuckers, you better learn to use a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly sounds it. There are several people who feel that the Sony PlayStation Now, I think it is close.
The PlayStation Now disappeared. They had PlayStation Now and PS Plus, and then when all this leveled with the game, competing with the Game Pass, they combined everything into the PS Plus.
PS Plus, okay. They
were
think
supposed to rename it, but then they decided to name it, instead of saying PS, but they decided to make it PS Plus and put everything on a tier service, which isn't what it's cracked up to be. And so it's supposed to be adding games every single month, and lately, it don't seem like anything new has been
I
out.
series that the only thing I use Facebook for is advertising the gaming channel and talking to family that doesn't use the telephone.
To pay £119 for the year or you're short of £14 a month. For me, at minute with PS Plus isn't worth it.
See, for me, the
Because
thing that broke the back of PlayStation Plus or PS Now or whatever it used to be is when they deleted people's movies that people bought and paid for because the movie studios said, okay, your license doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
well, the license existed when those people bought them.
All this PS Plus monthly games was supposed to change, but then the games we're getting now are mostly added for PS5 only, not PS4. So it's, if you've still got PS4, you're missing out. And they're not adding new games. It's like all games from the past. There's like Lego games keep coming up, or you've got what last month?
Oh, Zero. That's true of Apple products too.
It's not like they're adding the 3 monthly games we get every month. It's not like they're adding like one that's just come out or one that came out last year. It's like we're going back to the past and repeating. Oh, we'll give you Lego Shadows or whatever for free. Like, you gave us that last year for free. Why are we cutting games back again? Have you got no game to pick? You know what I mean? Who picks the games for selection for this PS Plus tier? Because it's like, we're not getting.
And Apple's been before Congress twice over that strategy. Do you think that Apple's going to survive?
No.
They've been in. Apple's been in front of Congress twice. They've been in front of the European Union so many times that they were forced to add USB-C plugs to their fucking products. And in retaliation to the EU forcing USB-C plugs onto their products, they removed functionality from the USB-C product line that is there on the FireWire, and there's no reason it can't be there on the USB-C. The only reason it's removed is because it's a retaliation. You made us put this plug on the phone. Okay, we're removing
Crunch. Thanks for coming in,
the function.
I do appreciate it. I do apologize for the game being a pain in the ass.
No, it wouldn't. They do business in America. They have an American subsidiary corporate headquarters.
Yeah.
They want to continue doing business in America, they have to show up. If they don't want to do business in America, they can stop doing business in America. That's how American courts force them into the courtroom.
That Apple will have a serious impact on them is if Samsung pull out the rug from underneath the feet. Because if you didn't realize that the Apple iPhones have the Samsung screen and the Samsung chip in them.
Yeah. Yeah, Apple doesn't even make their own screens anymore. Haven't for 15 years.
That's why. That's why. If you haven't noticed, Zero, everybody else has answered this question. If you notice why we lost the audio phone jack on the bottom of the latest Samsung phones and went to the USB, you put your headphones to the USB-C. They basically copied the Apple phone more or less because Samsung supplied the parts for Apple phones.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we covered in business law.
So whatever app goes into the next iPhone, you guarantee the next Samsung phone is going to be the same.
Now, this is not a political statement, by the way. Did you hear over the last couple of days that the Trump company, not the family. Well, the family owns it, but not the family. The Trump company is introducing Trump Mobile. The phone service will be billed at $47.45 a month. Hold on, I read this morning. It's hilarious.
I don't want me to laugh now. That's hilarious.
All right, here's what we know, and it's actually quite amusing. Let's see. Where's the one I read this morning? So that I'll just go straight to their website. All right.
How big is this game, Rob?
I don't remember. I think it's 100 gig.
Uh,
All right. It's $47.45 a month, but it's unlimited talk, unlimited texting, 20 gigabytes of unlimited data at high speed, and then it's throttled after your 20 gigabytes. Nationwide coverage on U.S. networks. International calling to 100 destinations. This is all covered for that price. Device protection, because life happens. Roadside assistance. Telenet and pharmacy benefits. 24/7, 365-day
nice, Gurzo.
telehealth via phone or video.
I've completed
mental health and wellness
3%.
And a prescription discount plan. If you need a phone, they will sell you a phone for $499. With $100 down, and you pay monthly for the phone. Of course, the phone is gold. Of course, it is. It has 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of internal storage with an SD slot. It's got a 6.8 inch screen, so it's not a small phone. In-screen fingerprint sensor, 50 megapixel main character, 2 megapixel depth sensor, and a 2 megapixel macro lens with a 16 megapixel selfie camera, a 5,000 milliamp hour battery with a 20 watt fast charger, USB Type-C, and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack running Android 15. It's their own mobile company. They are launching their own mobile service. The Trump Corporation. I saw that in the news this morning, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
I know this game is taking a goddamn piss.
That's what I said. This costs 27 coins.
Worst cost 27 coins.
I'm looking at. Oh, he's got the Stalker Beetles. The silenced pistol. It's a crazy. But think about what I just read to you. It included health benefits and prescription plan, roadside assistance. I mean, what the hell? I definitely want to know more about it, but geez. $47.45. And $100 down on the phone, or $4.99 if you buy it outright. Obviously, you're going to pay for tax. Because government's going to get their share.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she gets a bolt-action rifle, a silenced pistol. He gets a shotgun and a mare's leg. I'm going to remain skeptical, but I read that on my news blurb this morning, and apparently it's scheduled to launch soon. So, hey, if they can pull it off, and that you're talking about a corporation with billions of dollars to support the launch, they get enough customers, they're going to be able to do it. And the biggest thing is the infrastructure's already there. All the carriers are already piggybacking off each other's towers. So they're going to take advantage of that to provide service using existing towers. Now, something I recently was sent an email from, I'm a T-Mobile customer. I was sent an email from T-Mobile.
Yes, he's now part
that,
of my, he's now part of my family.
That when you're outside of the range of a tower, Starlink is providing service for T-Mobile customers and for non-T-Mobile customers who sign up through the T-Mobile Always Connected service. But it doesn't work with every phone. So I have to find out more about that, because I like going out in the desert to go shooting. You might be covered too. As long as your phone's capable of you might be available for the coverage outside of tower range too, though. So
the game's going on.
That's a big advantage, being it because those
Showdown initializing.
those Starlink satellites.
Thank you to the for watching, by the way.
Because they're in such low orbit. That's a game changer, especially if all you need to do is make an emergency phone call. I don't think it has anything to do with roaming, though.
What's that?
He was saying he doesn't think it has roaming on his service. And I was talking about the the connectivity through the Starlink. See, that's the thing. This is a service by T-Mobile through Starlink. That's why I said I have to check more into it. The email was just a, hey, we're doing this now. But it did say that it's not available for all phones. But they did say in small print that other carriers' phones are also allowed to sign up because they wanted to make sure people knew that it was not a targeted only to T-Mobile customers thing.
Mm. I obviously have no complaints with E. I'm glad I'm moving, to be fair.
I'm actually looking forward to the first time I'm like way out in the desert doing some target practice and having no cell tower and still being able to make a phone call or text message, because that's a game changer.
In the desert? What do you mean in the desert?
I live in Las Vegas.
I know, but I'm just kind of also what do you mean being in the desert?
Well, it's a city surrounded by desert. Instead of paying $150 to spend the day shooting targets in a range in the city, I drive an hour out into the desert and set up targets in the desert and shoot for free. It's really kind of simple. Why pay to do something that's free?
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was a young man, I used to belong to organizations that we had ranges that we could just go and use. We didn't need to pay for them. I didn't know that for sure, but I remember hearing an anecdote about I remember hearing an anecdote about people talking about that and saying that when it was perfected, Elon Musk would corner the cell phone industry because he's already got the satellites in position around the world for his Starlink. And they're already broadcasting the right bandwidth of signals.
Pretty soon you won't have terrestrial TV anymore over here. We'll all be watching your man Haps soon. So we're trying to do away with the TV license altogether.
Well, in my opinion, UK has been stealing from you guys since they issued those licenses 70 years ago.
Mm.
Is it 70 years ago? It might be longer than that now. Those licenses never should have been something you paid for.
I agree. Because many people in the UK don't even have a TV license. They watch it illegally anyway, so. You can get IPTV and crack fire sticks and watch TV for. There's always a way around something. If somebody's determined to find it.
The first time I heard somebody tell me that they had to pay for a TV license in the UK, I almost called them a liar. Because here in America, if TV aerials, you want to watch TV, you put an aerial on your roof. You don't pay for that crap.
We do have a TV area, but we have to pay for what we receive through as TV.
Exactly, and if the government van drives by your house and sees the aerial, and you're not on a list of people who paid for the license, they come and fine you.
Yeah.
And the fine is way more expensive than the license. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a deterrent.
No, true.
But to me, that's just theft.
I honestly don't know what's going on with this game, Rob. Because it's literally doing the anti-cheat, it's just giving me a total blank screen with a red cursor. It's not giving me any loading screen.
Well, it takes a second to load, and give it a second, and
I think we've been on the black screen. How long, Curzo? And I've closed it, restarted twice. I've got Steam downloading. If Xbox is 100 gig, then there's something added extra into it, because going to Steam it's only 76.4.
exactly zero.
Too long. I know. I have 4 viewers, I've dropped to 2. I've put them to sleep.
Well, the thing that baffles my mind is you still have commercials in the UK. So you're paying for the television license, but you're also watching the adverts. We are paying for our television
it's in the same
viewing by watching the adverts.
Some of the demand apps, though, if you want to watch the demand apps without adverts, you've got to pay for premium. Wake me up if you get it to work. I know.
But you know what I'm saying? For all those years, like when we were kids, all you had was over-the-air television. And you were paying for the license, and they were advertising to you during the programming.
Yeah. Those were the days.
But the way we paid for our television over all those years was you'd put the program on TV, and every 20 minutes there'd be an advertisement, or if it was a half-hour program, in the middle of the program there'd be an advertisement, and there'd be an advertisement between programs. And that's how they paid for the programming. They sold the advertising space, and that paid for the programming. And of course, us at home ran to the restroom, we grabbed snacks, whatever, during the advertising. But the advertising still worked because we all rushed back to the set to make sure that we were going to see our show. And inevitably, we saw some of the ads, and the ads had to be inventive enough to grab our attention. So somebody, in advertising made jingles and flashy, cartoons or whatever out of their ads. Exactly. That's how it should be. The Brits have issues. I mean, no offense to you, Tony.
Not taken.
It is. It's just they're stealing from the people, and then they're stealing from the people again.
Yeah.
It's
There's a lot of things where they keep saying on news about budget cuts and where's all this overspending and where's this. Cause there's a lot of things in this country we could actually do without, and they find money quite easily, but they won't do it.
well, that's one thing that if I'm not mistaken, in the UK and the EU, pharmaceutical companies can't advertise.
No.
So you're not going to see an ad on television for Ozempic or Advil or any of the. So that's one thing that I really agree with over there. You know, you're not going to see ask your doctor about Zombie Be Gone. Yeah. I hate these ads because inevitably you're going to see an ad on the TV. You know, ask your doctor today whether Zippy is right for you, and then 4 years later you're going to, like clockwork, 4 to 6 years later, you're going to see an ad on TV for a lawyer saying, "Did you take Zippy and now you're injured?"
Hey, Reese, welcome to the stream on YouTube. I haven't seen you come in on OBS.
You know, I
There you go.
I had this discussion with another streamer on Rumble about a super chat that I received, and they were arguing with me because they said, "Oh no, you get 70% of the super chat," and I was like, "No, you don't." And they said, "No, it says right here," and they pulled up the thing and it said 70%, and I said, "Okay, let me explain how you get 70% of the super chat. First, they take out taxes and fees. Some of those fees are, for example, an iOS fee that they don't tell you how much the iOS fee is, but why am I paying an iOS fee? I don't have an iPhone. I don't cater to Apple in any way, shape, or form, but Apple demands YouTube give them a fee. I don't give a fuck about Apple. I don't want to give them anything.
No.
But I'm not given a choice. All right, taxes. Do you know what the taxes are that they take out? Taxes are determined by how much YouTube is going to earn off of the super chat that they just received, right?
Yeah.
The taxes that they owe on the money they're taking from your super chat is removed from the super chat. Then, after the fees and the taxes that YouTube owes, then they take 30% that they've already removed their tax from.
Yeah.
Then you get the 70% that's left. It works out to you get 49% of whatever was given. That's great. If somebody gave you $5, you get, almost $2.50. If somebody gave you a big super chat, you get less than half.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm tired of pharma ads. I think that if I could have 22 minutes of RFK's time, I would put that on my list of things that I want him to end. Pharmaceutical ads, immunity for immunity for pharmaceutical companies from damages for medications, and pharmaceutical companies being able to charge for the research on pharmaceuticals when the government pays for the research. Because that is completely out of hand. Yeah, the ad revenue is really pretty small. I've done the math. I've done the math. The ad revenue is never going to be huge. But the other side of that is YouTube could correct the problem and would still not be happy with YouTube, because YouTube will always get more for not doing anything. I personally believe that at this point in time, the only way to repair YouTube is for it to get like the Twitter treatment. Somebody with tons of money comes in, buys it, and guts it. Not saying Elon, he's got enough on his plate, and he is not.
YouTube would be fixed if you got rid of Google.
Google is broken.
Google cares about one thing and one thing only: profit. They don't give a shit about everybody else. I learned that the hard way in 2021 when they have no way of formally contacting by a phone number and anything. They just did not want to know.
Years ago, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was told, flat out told, that once I got to a certain number of subscribers, I would be given my own personal YouTube rep. Well, no, you got to remember, if Elon acquired YouTube, he would streamline everything and get rid of the insanity policies. Creators would be set loose.
Yeah.
We would probably actually get 70% of our revenue. That would be ad revenue and super chat revenue. YouTube would take 30% of everything. And content moderation would be ridiculously simple. However, I don't think you're getting back in, Tony.
No, I don't, because it's sitting on the. It's just in the cursor. It's not even loading the game titles or even loading the game. It's just a black screen.
Have you tried?
I've cancelled it twice.
Have you tried using the task manager to end it and restart it?
And I get the anti-cheat thing come up. I mean, it opens up a thing. I mean, it's supposed it has been sitting on a black screen with a cursor, and all of a sudden it'll kick up the title commits and boot up, but it's just not doing that now. It's just.
I honestly think. Yeah, I.
But I have got the Steam game installing, so I may still join you yet. Who knows?
How close to finished on Steam are you?
You know, it's funny I've just said that. You've literally just said that and the game's just popped titles up.
Yeah,
It
Zero.
urged, it urged you.
I think that I think that Elon or somebody like him. I don't like the idea of Elon owning too much, but somebody like him could be a very good idea to break Google apart and breathe new life into YouTube. YouTube is starting to fall apart as a content location. Sure. I don't think any of us were actually surprised. No, I don't. Not for a second. And and you, you know that money was all being funneled back into the pockets of both the corrupt politicians and their donors when they were crying the loudest. The more the politicians were complaining about what he was doing, the more it was affecting their bottom line.
Well, the game is taking its jolly time, that's all I'm saying.
Well, at least it's given you an image.
Well, it gave me the titles of Crystal Tech and all this, and it started playing the tune in me loading, and now I've got complete black screen. I don't know. If you want to do a solo, well, I figure this out.
Yeah, I'll run a solo. Be aware, it's dangerous to play alone. Shut up, you. I know it's dangerous to play alone.
I'll have a search over the weekend to see if I can dig out a code for you and Gary. Because I've just put one.
Yes, Zero.
I've just put one I found for me anyway. So.
Yeah, the idea is you go in and you you score points by destroying monsters, you find the bounty, you get the token, and you have other bounty hunters trying to do the same thing. You can kill the other teams, and then you have to get to the extraction point.
Zero, you played D by D. It's just like that. It's just Western style.
All the hunters have guns.
Yeah.
And you're playing against everybody.
You'd have a blast, I'm telling you. If you enjoy D by D, you'd have a blast on that.
There's somebody recommended another game to me yesterday, and I forgot the name of it already.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go back to my stream yesterday and look it up. They said it's almost like this, only
It's to me, it's what Red Dead 2 Online should have been, but it wasn't.
I could get that. Yeah. Red Dead Online could have been so much better.
If it'd be like this, yeah.
But I don't think that you should be limited in party size
no.
in Red Dead Online.
Any game, to be fair. You should be able to have as many people as you want.
If I can get a posse size of 20, I mean, granted, that would definitely cause server lag. It could technically be an imbalance the game couldn't handle. But, you know what they say?
What?
Sucks to be them.
Yeah.
I'm starting near the extraction point. That's not a good thing. I hear shooting to my left already. Well, that's true. Am I the one banishing the butcher?
I don't know, probably.
Because it started as soon as I walked in here. That could be bad, okay? Yeah. Things are happening around me. This is not good. I don't see any movement now. All right, the banishment's happening over there, I think. Or it could be happening right here. I don't know. No, it's definitely over there. Oh, Tony keeps crashing. I'd call that a bug. It's definitely not a feature.
No. No, it's been doing that a lot lately with the Xbox app, because Forza 5's been doing it exactly the same way as well. I got one stream of that and then that was it. I've put an image up, Curzo, that's probably about the way you have to be for the rest of the night. But you can hear the commentary around with me. I'm not ending the stream just for that.
You hear him? He's up there. He's still up high. Okay.
Why the fucking image keeps going off though?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about 76 alone myself.
76 has been broken for quite a few updates. You know, last week you were trying to help me with electronics and then it's glitched.
But who died? Was it the guy on the roof or the guy on the ground?
I'm not sure. At least you're still alive.
That bounty token's still over there. All right, so I never saw who shot who over there. But there is an extraction point over here. And they have to know that that's an extraction point.
Oh, lovely. Now I'm getting network bouncing. As soon as I move to EE, the better. because the mobile phone's brilliant.
Damn it! There's more than one extraction point. Alhoon, welcome aboard.
Hey, Gary.
I didn't get a single hit, but at least I didn't die.
15% of Steam is installed. It's going rather slow because I'm getting network bandage, man.
I live to die another day.
I love he says that. Hey, Denise.
All right, guys, I need to... Hey, Denise, welcome aboard. I need to take a quick restroom break, so...
You do that, I'll keep entertained. Hey, Gary. You're not going to see much on more of my streams, unfortunately. Apart from the
I will be back in less than 5 minutes.
image I put up so with no black screen because the game's been a pain in the ass to load. It loaded first off, it's given us a couple of matches and then it's just crashed a couple of times. And now it's just giving us a black screen for some reason. So I'm installing Steam version at the moment, which is about 15%, which is taking a while because the network's stacked banned as well. So as soon as I get my internet switched from free mobile to EE, the better, because the mobile phone's absolutely fantastic. And the service with them is absolutely fantastic as well. I've not had to be 4-hour, 15-minute arguments just discussing the same thing over and over and getting frustrated and stressed. They literally did a 15-minute phone call and switched me straight over, and I had the same on Monday, and they had an issue with the content lock, and that took me half an hour to fix. And I've not had any single freezes with the Twitch app. I've not had any single errors with YouTube. I can literally watch you guys uninterrupted. So as soon as I can get the mobile broadband onto EE, which unfortunately at the moment is costly because of the exit fees, the better. Because EE is gamer friendly and they prioritise gaming anyway, so... Plus I can get consoles and bits and pieces. If longer length of service for them, I can get PS5s, Xboxes, all sorts of EE.
I'm back.
The future's bright. Oh, welcome back! Oh right, using those screens as a general screen. I thought you wanted them for your Star Wars. Oh.
Well, I wanted them for Star Wars, but since I've got them, might as well use them.
Cool. I'll make you one sort of as when I find the relevant bits and pieces. I'll finish your Sea of Thieves for Wednesday tomorrow as well. I'll get the chance.
Thank you, Denise. How goes the load? Mr. Tony.
What?
How goes the load?
How goes the load is always sat on the back screen again, and like I just said, the network is set to bounce up and down, so it's making Steam slow because I was at 100 and something megabits per second, and now apparently I'm running at 65.6.
Maybe you're having trouble getting into the game because you're also downloading.
thought of that.
Have a good nap, Zero.
I hadn't thought of that. But 17% is all on Steam. If you want, I'll shut the Xbox game off and see if Steam will install the game faster and we can get the Steam version faster.
It's worth a shot.
Not worth much, is it? Actually, yes, you're right. It's got up to 70.9 now. At a peak of 81.5. Okay. That's going a bit faster.
I'm going to play with this hunter. Stop telling me playing solo is dangerous.
So yes, guys, anyone watching on Twitch and my YouTube, it's more or less going to be a chat stream to the end of my stream, unfortunately. I think. But you have the glorious RP entertain you as well, so it's not like I'm boring you to sleep.
Playing solo is dangerous. Shut up! I already know how bad I am. I don't need the game to tell me how bad I am.
All of it. Well, I know CFEs won't give us any trouble, so I should be alright to stream on Wednesday with that.
That's good.
So I don't use Xbox for that now, I use Steam for that anyway, so I quit using the Xbox app ages ago because that would give me major problems when I tried to join you with that. Ever since I got the Steam version, I've had no issues whatsoever apart from the occasional GPU being a pain in the arse, but
The woods here are very sparse.
Becky is away, so gonna jump on and stream some Resi 3 at the moment. Will we be running? Okay, Gabby.
All right.
Well, the cat's away. The cat's away and the mice will play. Is that what you're doing?
I like being able to hear people.
Oh, she knows about it, Gabby.
Yeah, you're probably on her subscription list.
Who's?
I'm talking to Alhoon.
Ah.
Becky's probably subscribed to him.
Well. She's not being one of the first. She's gonna know soon enough.
Okay, a team just ran over there. But they don't know I'm behind them.
For the two watching on Twitch, I do appreciate it. It might get me over that goal of 3 viewers. So I have 4 in earlier, so we may have smashed that goal. And if I can get a full 7 days straight this week, I'll smash the hours I should get affiliate.
Don't go straight after them. Because that's a sure way to catch them looking behind themselves and catch a bullet in the face.
I would put the bread browser and put Rob's view up, but then I get done for stealing.
Yeah, I hate that they do that. You're using other people's content.
Yeah.
We're streaming together.
Hey, Pioneer Code, welcome to the YouTube stream. I do apologise as my view, but Hunt is one of your favourite games. Oh, nice. Maybe you'd like to join us on a Monday. We do have a seat currently open, which I'm currently streaming with Harpy Games. If you're not a member of this channel, if I put in his channel into chat, it should come up. Save your channel program. So, exclamation mark. Thanks. Also, assuming Botrix is going to work.
Assuming she's not out having another 3 martini lunch.
What Botrix? Oh, you mean your bot? So I don't use the
Okay, they're
Streamlabs.
over there.
I don't use the Streamlabs anymore. Oh, and you use the voice bot. With Botrix, you need to pay £4 a month because it includes the Discord as well.
Speaking of the voice bot, okay, mine's still working. Mine's been taking a break.
So
randomly.
I'm going to test that out tomorrow. I'm going to pay for that tomorrow, and let me see how that goes tomorrow. So I've got Claire Obscure 33 working, so hopefully I should be able to stream that tomorrow. Oh, provided the Xbox app wants to play ball. It's clear that's been a pain in the ass tonight.
I can see the muzzle flashes, but I'm not seeing them.
But welcome by an air code. If you've not subscribed to the channel, then hit that like button. Nope, looks like I'm going to have to put your channel link in manually. Botrix isn't wanting to post the timer that I've got set, but that's not a problem. YouTube!
Somebody hit one of those barrels. Again, not seeing a target.
Oh, that's good. You know, since the hacking attempts the other week, I rebooted Microsoft Edge.
Yes.
Well, now when I turn the system off and back on again, I have to sign into YouTube every time. It will stay signed in while I've got the system powered up, but when I close the system down and boot the system back up, it asks me to re-sign back in, which is good. It's not keeping sessions open.
Well, that's good,
It is, because I'm not getting attacked by cookies, because that's how they get through. Session cookies.
Yeah.
So that's good. It's not leading an open session, so they can get in without my knowledge, like they were doing. Because that's how they got into Steam from Russia and Hong Kong. Because they got in through the session on Microsoft Edge. But now I've rebooted it, it's not storing cookies because I've told it to block all cookies altogether. So, that's a good thing. That pleases me no end.
Come on, you bastards.
Plus, when I sign in now, it notifies me.
Show yourselves.
It notifies me on my phone to say, is it yes, it's me, or not. As well. 2 steps working. There you go. There's your.
Yeah. So, I told you the headache I had with Authenticator, right? Come on, you bastards.
Plus, when I sign in
Show
now, it
yourselves.
notifies me. It
Alright.
notifies me on my phone.
I had Authenticator on my.
Yes, it's me or not.
Well, guess what?
2 steps working.
What's up, G?
There
Yeah.
you go.
I got silver.
Nice.
Finally did it.
I had. Well, let's start with. I had the Xbox app on my phone.
Right.
It logged me out, and I'm going to conveniently say I forgot my password. I didn't forget my password. It didn't like my password, so it said, "Use the authenticator to verify your identity."
Yeah.
I haven't had the authenticator on this phone. It was on my old phone. So I had to add the authenticator to this phone. In order to use the authenticator. I'm signing into the authenticator.
Yeah.
And I use my password. In the middle of signing in, it says, okay, now that you've used your password, open the authenticator to verify your identity. I shit you not. The authenticator wanted me to use the authenticator to verify.
The authenticators wanted to authenticate something you already should be authenticated. Is that how I'm understanding it? Yeah?
That's what it said.
So you wanted to authenticate something and it's asking you to authenticate that as well?
The authenticator needs the authenticator to verify so I can sign in.
What? Okay, I'm gonna have that one. That's the new one. Yes, by name, it's probably going to be a chat stream. I'm talking to the guy who's streaming at the same time as we were both streaming the game, but unfortunately my game's crashed out, but his game's still going. So if you want to pop over to him, you can hear me still talk on his stream, and you can see his game going on. But if you've not subscribed to either of us, then I hope you do. But that's his link in the chat, so if you want to go and say hello to Rob, you will more than appreciate it. I'm currently trying to install the game on Steam and still joining, but I don't think that's going to be a reality tonight. So, well,
See, everybody wants to run.
if you line this Twitch stream back, you'll see from the game I have played a couple of matches, but unfortunately, there it goes. Sounds like somebody's having some fun at your end.
Yeah, I think.
Think somebody's moving up.
Oh, you got me. I saw him, but it's just not fast enough. Oh, nice rifle, dude. Nice rifle. Garbo the garbage. Why it won't let me spectate, I don't know.
I had that a couple
Usually you can spectate.
Yeah, I had that a couple of times. I had to hold X to do it. I found that tonight. It won't let me just spectate like it usually does. If you watch this back later when with ended, you'll see all the trouble I've actually had up on my screen. Because at one minute it went all black and white with, like flecks of it.
He might have got me right as the match was ending. That's possible. There was no one to spectate.
Possibly.
Alright, I got a hunter killed.
So you just got one GPU left in yours now. You have to take the other one completely out, did you say?
Yeah, I had to take the second one out. The machine was running too hot.
Might have to do the same thing then.
Now I can run the second silenced pistol. Oh, somebody's playing hard.
What, the kids? Or you mean the game?
The kids.
Ah. Usually somebody's playing out looking at you screen like, is he character crash? What's he mean?
I feel bad for that poor son of a bitch who took down.
Yeah.
His buddy revived him. I took him down again. Contraband equipment cannot be sold at the store.
Contraband,
So don't try and do it.
contraband
Just don't.
equipment? What?
I didn't know there was any.
Oh, I feel like I clue what you're talking about.
That was the note that was on the screen while I was waiting.
Oh, right. Don't sell contraband. Okay.
Oh, I'm starting in the wide open. All right. At least I'm in a copse now.
Double the pistol.
What the?
You got double the
Could we
guns.
stop getting things? Yes, I have 2 silenced pistols now. All right. I'm right near the extraction point again. Somebody ran straight to the...
You know, I'm starting to wonder if I'm getting CPU degradation like J2 sent one about the other week was someone's system who's got.
I'm hearing running nearby, so that means that there's another team near here.
I'm going to start getting the bits for the AM5 build next month, I think. Start building that one up. Either the 7950 or the 9950.
I'm not seeing anybody moving right now. This barn seems to be closed.
I saw somebody stream. As you ducked down, there was somebody went across that barn door window, straight across from
Yeah, I
you.
saw him. Watch for the movement. Can't believe that pistol actually hit the roof in front of me.
Mm.
Watch for the movement. I hear it. You hear them? The footsteps?
I don't hear the game, I only hear you in my ears.
Someone was just running, and they stopped.
But there, like, pops his head out, you'll get him. Damn, they're quick for you, Rob.
They're not in here. All right, Goopy extracted the token.
Nice, you got him.
No, I just have to survive.
For 18 seconds, yeah.
Or the end of the match. Be at the extraction point when the match ends.
You'll live to fight another day.
Die another day.
Yeah,
They are very specific.
you're still living to fight another day, you're still alive. Pedantic! You're still alive, you're still fighting, aren't you? I don't care what the game says, I know what the reality says.
Six monsters killed.
you certainly killed the guy waiting at the extraction point.
Can't buy ammo, can you?
Something I haven't researched. I think you can, but I've not looked. I know the bigger the gun, the more ammo you seem to have.
All right, let's see how this one goes. So far, I've been able to extract from 2 rounds. Didn't do much, but I've extracted from 2 rounds. You'll take damage from falling. The further fall, the more damage you'll take. Think twice before you jump off a bridge.
Oh yeah, it'll hurt when you fall.
Yeah, that's the probably the simplest thing I've ever heard somebody say to me.
What?
Think twice before you jump off a bridge.
Well, your common sense would think twice before you jump off a bridge. You won't jump off a bridge, would you?
All right, where am I at? I am
You're already
there.
forced to jump off a bridge. Well, it's after very concerned about you.
Yeah, I don't think I would intentionally jump off a bridge normally. Waiting for other players to join the game. I want to get into the trees. There is not a lot of space to hide. This is kind of thick. When you're solo,
Yeah, well, I mean, you plan on doing this, you know.
well, no, I'm just making the observation. When you're a solo, you need to plan a little differently. You get yourself out of an observable spot pretty quick.
What's tomorrow's stream? And are you back to 76, or are you?
I don't know how quick I'm going back to 76. I do want to get back into there, but
I know you've been holding up because of Vic and Marcus and whatever the game and the updates and everything, but of course you'll be removing everything, so I don't know what, you know.
I'm not enjoying the ghoul. I'm thinking I'm gonna revert her back to human.
I never went. It just did not interest me that at all.
I'm not here already.
Plus, if I get this, if it's all of Steam, it works better than the Xbox. I might do a stream this tomorrow instead to make up for today. But I just wonder if I do that, would you be interested in tagging along tomorrow? It's what you've been already mind for your stream schedule, should I say?
I don't know what the stream schedule's gonna be after the move. We're gonna reschedule things. Of
What?
course, Wednesday's gonna stay Sea of Thieves.
What, tomorrow? What was I saying? You're not moving tomorrow, are you?
No, no, of course not.
I'm on about tomorrow, but
Tomorrow is going to be Star Wars,
there we go.
but I'm not seeing. There's some movement.
Have you got your own stream room already picked out then? Or haven't you got that far ahead?
Say again.
Have you got your home stream room sorted out then in this new house, or is that still to be determined?
I should have shot when I had the chance. We're gonna be divided still. I'm gonna be on my own, and
Oh, so you've got your own room. Well, yeah, you're gonna be better off when you move into that house.
I think I'm gonna die this round. I'm being a little more aggressive. I have no idea how many enemies I have. Or for that matter, where they all are.
Gotta use your dark side.
Token's still inside.
What your dark side show where we all are? Oh, no.
No. I need the token for that. I must have just hit very close to him because I got a black hit marker. think he's heading for extraction. I used my...
Yo, what?
I forgot to replenish my beetle.
Oops.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
US this game and actually give it away for free on the PS Plus subscription.
Your partner is down, revive him. That was the message I got.
Yeah, but you're solo.
No shit.
How can you revive somebody that's not even in your team? That's a bit nuts.
I want to know this. I got the message that said all other bounty hunters have left. Go to the extraction point. Another bounty hunter killed me. Why did the game lie to me?
I don't know.
It's shit like this that makes you want to slap the game.
If you could physically slap the game, yeah.
Where are my weapons?
Don't know. Where's your gun?
Oh, because he shot and killed me, he got to keep my weapons.
Really?
Isn't that beautiful?
How's that work? I didn't know that was a thing.
And my sniper rifle's gone.
Oh, shite. That's bad, that.
The only way I'm getting a sniper rifle back is by going through and finding one. It's because I'm over 20 now.
Ah. So how you get the... Yeah.
That pisses me off. The game lied to me and stole from me,
Yeah.
all in one shot.
Yeah.
Now I have to figure out what rifle to use without knowing anything about their speed. And power. Other than their real world equivalent, which means nothing in game. If I had known I was going to not be able to replace that spotting beetle, I wouldn't have used it so flippantly. Hey, short bus.
Hey, short bus.
That's the drawback of becoming 20.
Yeah, the higher
You die in the match, they can
you
pick
get,
up
the
your
more,
weapons.
Yeah, the higher you
You-
get, the more drawbacks you get.
I hit that threshold, and they pick up your weapon. They keep it. You don't get to respawn with your weapon. So all this time that I've been respawning with my weapons, when you get
Killed, you lose your weapons. Got ya.
killed after a certain point, it's like I'm going to take Antonia Higuera. She dies, her loadout will still be here. That's going to be the difference. Guarantee it. She needs better clothing. But no, there is no reason for the game to outright lie to you. That pissed me off.
Yeah, games, lovely games.
Never fails. As soon as I went to inspect my equipment, they found a match. Also sucks that the game encourages people to rob you blind when they shoot you,
Mm.
even if you're much lower level than them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to do it too
Yeah.
because the game encourages you to. Need to get my ass into the woods. Hear that? Maybe that was just me.
You say, oh, you would hear the game sound. I've got things turned down so it doesn't. I can see your view, but I can't hear your view.
Right, right.
I only hear what you hear, so when I've got the game on, but because I ain't got the game on, I can't hear.
No, I got you, Tony. I'm also talking to the viewers.
Well, I'll be damned. Networks is shot up to 129.6, which is giving me a 57-minute install remaining. I also believe forget.
All right, Denise.
I also believe forget all these graphical errors, Rob, and get this network switch. The happier I'll be. So this year seems to be like a repeat of last year. I've hardly streamed anything.
That motherfucker was like waiting for me. How did he know I was coming?
Probably didn't. He probably just camped. Lucky yes.
Killed by Oliver William Whitman survivor. Jimmy. Yeah, okay. So that's who I want to... No, he was literally waiting for me there.
Who comes up with names, honestly? I mean,
Rank 100.
I come
Prestige
with
0.
my game after the combination because of combination of the games I played. Because Destiny 2 was you play as a ghost.
Yeah.
And I play a lot of
His name is...
I call mine Black Ghost.
His player name is Fuck It, Jimmy.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, half of it create their PSN names or Xbox games. Must be
Apparently, I did hit him because he just used his...
Must be half asleep or pissed out the heads of the thing.
His healing serum. But... What the He had to know I was coming. And he was just listening once I started moving through the corn.
Yeah. That's what I tell you, probably a camping man heard you waiting for you to hear you rustle and then, oh, somebody's coming, boom. Yeah.
But he was already there. And I scoped out the cornfield before I went into it. No one appeared to be in it. That's why I went there.
I used to laugh my head off when I used to play Cold War, when the players would just camp where they're shooting and they jump up around. Woohoo! I've shot something. Good for you. You didn't do jack. You waited and deliberately, drag off at your shot something. You didn't actually work for it.
All right, there's 4 people alive. 1 is hiding in the cornfield.
Yeah.
3 are in the barn. I don't know that the 3 in the barn are working together. Because it looks like they're actually in 2 separate barns.
Yeah. It's going okay, Kerzo. I've got literally halfway through installed on the Steam version. My network's basically down, so it's making it install faster one minute and it's slowing down the max. I've just got one massive spike of 130 megabits per second, which has shot me over halfway, so it's not going to be installed like instant to play in the next hour. But if you're watching Rob's stream, you'll see
This guy's using this beetle expertly.
Because Rob's playing solo, mate. I'm just the backseat player now. Or the commentator, if you will.
Alright, you pick up the beetles in-game.
Yeah.
But you can find them in the store as well. the irony here is Beetleman missed the two people who are still in the barn because he's only looking in the main barn. I think they're in the smaller barn. No, that's the main barn. And this is... I can't tell. I think this is the guy who stole my fucking sniper rifle. All right, so Chad Thunder just got a kill. He's the one with the token. Chad Thunder just died. Jimmy's now got the token. And Jimmy did not take my rifle from Chad. Jimmy's burning Chad's body. On the off chance that Jimmy's alone. Jimmy doesn't know he's alone, but Jimmy's alone. There's only 4 minutes left in the match or less, and Jimmy doesn't know he's alone.
They soon will. Is that a G a minute ago, by the way? Or I imagining things?
No, G came in to let me know she got the Silver Apocalypse trophy in Phasma.
Oh, okay.
It's the kind of thing that is frustrating. Again, they may have said something about losing your crap when another hunter kills you at some point in the tutorial. They might have said it. I don't remember them saying it. And if they did say it, they certainly could have reminded me at the point that it was going to happen. Because I certainly wouldn't have taken that hunter in at that point while I had other hunters to bring up to that level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. She still got all her gear. You know, little things go a long way in making a good game great.
Mm-hmm.
Warning, you're about to lose all your shit because you suck at this game. I would have been happy to leave that character on the bench and played the other characters.
Yeah.
Especially because I worked hard to get that sniper rifle. And like I said, somebody else just took it because they can, and they're a rank 100, and even if they don't use it, all they're going to do is sell it. And that's what they're encouraged to do. I'm not saying that's a bad game mechanic.
No.
I don't like the game mechanic. It's why you shouldn't have servers where rookies are on the same server with much higher level players. I'm a babe. You gotta give me time to learn the ropes. Somebody's already shooting off to my left. And out in front of me. There are 2 extraction points. I haven't seen any motion yet.
Yeah, Doctor Who's gonna fix rails again. Especially now that they've regenerated, now apparently the companion start the whole reboot off is now supposedly they reckon's going to be the next Doctor. I don't think so. How the hell does that work?
Rose Tyler.
Yeah. Ncuti Gat was regenerated into her at the end of the last episode a week ago. I think she's the heart of the TARDIS because she appeared in the 60th anniversary as the memory whatever. And when you actually watch the episode now, even though that episode is rushed,
Welcome back, Denise.
you can see the TARDIS powering herself down. Well, the TARDIS never powers herself down. She ends up getting destroyed every time a Doctor regenerates because they destroy the set and rebuild the set. Well, this particular time she shuts herself down. Why would she shut herself down if she's not moving? Because if you go back to Matt Smith's era, where House basically he ousts her out of the TARDIS so he can have the TARDIS, and puts her into a human body, which she doesn't. Which a human body can't sustain the heart of the TARDIS. She actually says to the Doctor, I don't always take you where you want to go, I take you where you need to go.
Oh, that is the TARDIS.
So, I'm all thinking that Gatwa's regenerated in her, and she's going to be the 16th Doctor in a similar way to Tennant came back, who was never supposed to be the 14th Doctor, but we ended up making that canon anyway. You know, I think everyone's back at the wrong tree. I think she's basically, because he's basically saved reality, apparently. Putting his life on the line to save reality. Because the 13th Doctor comes back as like a cameo in it. And she even says that basically because of what he's done to reset reality from the Rani has caused a temporal schism, temporal time schism. So essentially, time's been rewritten anyway. So he's trying to put time back the way, put everything back to the way it should be. So I don't think that there is enough regeneration energy in his body to regenerate, and basically I think the heart of the TARDIS has stepped in. That's my take on it, but
Right.
But they're now all skeptical. They're saying that Tennant might come back on screen again now and be part of the next adventures with, Billy Piper. Both two get back together, like him and whatever was in the 60th.
I don't see any clues.
But the whole original timeline of where Doctor Who was started, basically, Gatwa even says that the planet, when they thought Poppy was Chandler and the Doctor's child, he basically turns around and says she can't be because apparently Time Lords are infertile. Well, that kind of really missed the entire reality of Doctor Who, Doctor Who was set up, because Susan is supposed to be the granddaughter of the Doctor. How can she be the granddaughter of the Doctor if the Doctor can't have children? And there's one episode where Tennant actually has his own wife. Well, wasn't his wife at the time, but we got married afterwards. That episode was aired. Where the Doctor has a daughter who put his hand in this progenitor machine. Well, how can this machine supposedly create a child from his DNA if You know what I mean? It kind of merged the whole story act of Doctor Who altogether.
I hear you.
Russell was supposed to come back and fix what Chibnall and Moffat literally destroyed. Because Matt Smith did a great job at taking them from Tennant, but after Tennant, basically Capaldi took it completely dark, and then Chibnall with Joby took it completely off its fucking rails. So he basically came back to fix Doctor Who from how he set it up originally back in 2005, and now himself has kind of destroyed it. But not only that, Disney's had a play in the hand in it as well, haven't they? The last 2 seasons there's been a Disney deal, and Disney's now apparently pulling the plug. Well, boo-hoo, because Disney get it away, that's basically it. Disney should stick to the fairy tale writing, not trying to have a hand in other bits and pieces that's not Disney.
Disney doesn't know what they're doing.
Honestly, I would love to know what if Walt was still around, what he actually would think of his own company nowadays.
Disney would hate this company, but don't tell his kids that. They think he'd love it.
I mean, they took off Star Wars. Apparently, Lucas is about taking it back, by the way. And then they take on my favourite show and kind of mess it up. But despite Disney pulling out, apparently the next 2 seasons scripts are already written. The show will go on despite Disney pulling out, apparently. It also sounds like there may be talks never to be with Amazon, which I don't like the idea of.
Everybody wants to run all the time.
But we're having basically, Doctor Who's having a hiatus until 2027 by the sounds of it, anyway. But to tie us over next year, we're going to get a spin-off. Well, it could be if it were a spin-off that had up 10 episodes, not 5 episodes. That's really going to last the entire year. Yeah, alright. I'm intrigued to see that Ironheart on the 25th of this month. I'm intrigued to see where that's going now with all the reworking of Robert Downey Jr.'s character rather than Iron Man is coming back as Doom. Because originally it was supposed to be he passed away and then like his daughter was supposed to carry on as Ironheart. So I'm really intrigued where they're going with that one next. That's next week, I believe, isn't it? 25th. Yeah, next Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 days to wait. But a lot of my system I can't fix anyway until Asus bloody fixes a bloody problem that's stopping their update from installing, because it'll download the update but it won't install the update. It fails, and I keep sending it every time it fails. I keep sending a report about it. You think when I get a report about, oh, that player's identified the problem, let's fix it. No.
Oh no. Why would they do that?
logical thing to do. Well, in my book.
I'm gonna find out if you can play the same hunter who's on a mission.
I am thinking in the next build, if I'm AM5, of a different company altogether than the Mesas.
You can. You can take a hunter out who's already on a mission.
Either MSI or another brand.
I'm tired of these high ranks who do nothing but run and bunny hop.
Mm-hmm. You get that in all of them. Where you're playing Call of Duty, I mean, you know.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Go on.
Go out in real life and try and run and bunny hop in front of a trained soldier.
Oh, no, you're going to get shot yourself to death.
Because while you're trying to hit somebody with your gun, running and hopping, they're just going to shoot your ass, and you are not going to hit jack or shit.
Well, that's what we were doing when I was doing. You died at side of me, and I thought, well, do I pop out my head and revive you, or do I stay put? And I thought, I'll stay put, and I'll have a pot shot at him. I mean, he's literally dances to one side. He literally dances to one side of the screen, the other side of the screen, and then you said that his other guy, he was the one that shot me. I thought it was him. I thought he was basically dancing around, and then when I was looking, he shot me. But you said that you were playing thing. Like I said, he was dancing from side to side of the screen. You know what I mean? He had the perfect opportunity to just aim his gun at me and shoot me because I was smack in front of him, and all you were doing was dancing around side to side of the screen. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, somebody told me that the easy anti-cheat that most of these use don't account for mouse centering software.
Nope. Like I said to you,
because it's not.
Like I said to you, start the stream when we were about TV lessons. If they find a way around something, they will find a way around something.
Yes, but you can't aim while you're doing that. And you're not jumping while you're doing that. See, when you're advancing on a position, it's called 3 to 5 second rush. You get up, you rush, you get down. Then you get up, you rush, you get down. You pick your cover, you move to the next piece of cover, etc. And you don't move in straight lines, as in go to the next piece of cover in a straight line so that they can just pick. Well, if he went from this piece here to this piece, then the next piece is going to be in a straight line forward. You want to go, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. You want to zig. We're talking about real life. And in game, people are always hopping up and down. Well, we're doing both. I'm comparing real life to the game.
Yeah.
Because people are always saying, oh, I just own you, No, you wouldn't. Because the real life situation somebody's shooting off to the left already. Oh, somebody's moving off to my left. Very close. I don't think that person off to my left knew how close they were to me. I saw some movement up in that window. I don't think they saw me. Might have been a screen artifact, though. Nothing but open ground between me and the destination.
No, come down, sorry.
I hear somebody moving. You hear them? Might have been a screen artifact, though. Nothing but okay, he's got one team member, two team members. At least he's only ranked 10.
Ah, they've changed the goals. They've changed the stream goals on Twitch. Because Path for Affiliate were 50 followers. Now, apparently you reach 25 followers. And instead of 8 hours, you stream for 4 hours. Stream on 4 different days rather than 7. And apparently you've now got to have a minimum of average viewers instead of in one stream. It's now a minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the three of you guys. You win.
It's me thinking I've actually smashed that one, but absolutely not. What's tell Jinxie? That's a screenshot that.
So they're making it a little bit easier to get affiliate, huh?
Yeah, it's changed because it literally, the 4 goals was reach 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days, and it was 3 average viewers in one stream. Now, it's 25 followers, stream for 4 hours, stream on 4 different days, which I've hit 6 out of 4, and a minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days. So if it had been the old goal, which I've just had about 4 people in today, I'd have hit it. But now because they've changed that, I've got to have 4 people over 3 days. To get it. So I am literally 3 out of 4 again. Because I was thinking, the rest of this week, I'll get that goal hit tonight, since I've got 4 in, that'll tick that one off. Stream the rest of this week, boom, done. Yeah, well, that's kind of got to...
Yeah.
Kibosh.
Easier said than done, right?
Yeah, that's kind of got kiboshed. It was. I know Willow said there was about changing the goals, but she's not going to change the goals too. Well, obviously that's it. So now I've got to get 4 of you in for 3 days in a row, 4 different days in a row. And you've got to stream in 8.8 hours as well. Minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days in 8.8 hours streamed. So you should easily hit affiliate. Have you got over 25?
I don't know how many followers I have right now.
You stream every single day anyway. If you have me in, you have Zero in. You get a couple more people to come in, you've smashed it. Oh, well, could you? You're 1 away. You're 24 followers. You're literally 1 away.
Well, there you go, everybody. Go on over to my Twitch channel and follow me there too.
If you happen to follow, he's got 25 followers. Well, you need like 3 or 4 people chatting in your chat for 4 days straight. You boom, you've got it. So you're close. Both close in that regard. You should be at least 2 out of 4. If you're not sure how to go, if you go to analytics, go down to achievements, you'll find it. But yeah, that is way easy. That's a lot easier than what it was. It resets every 30 days as well.
I don't want to get too close to the extraction point. That I'm right near. But somebody's vanishing already. And one good way to There's only 2 extraction points. I could try to cut them off on the way to the extraction point and hope that they come to the extraction point I'm guarding. Don't see the movement. Heard the gunfire. Oh, now he's definitely seeing. Just let me see you. I didn't see any monsters either.
They've changed that. I wonder if they've changed the path to a fit partner as well. Then. Yes, they have. Stream for 25 hours, stream on 12 different days, and 75 viewers. Yeah. Long time before I hit that one.
Somebody's still in the barn.
Yeah, I'm alright. Look at one of my old ones. Reach 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, 307 different base, so it shortened it by 3. And you have to have an average of 3 viewers in 29.13 hour stream. Now you need a total of 4 days. So you basically same amount as before, but 4 times it by 4.
All bounty has left the mission. No one was behind me. But there might still be hunters. I did hit another hunter. How I didn't kill him, I don't know.
Alright guys,
But I did hit him.
I'm going to call my stream there.
Yeah, we're right at the 4-hour mark on mine. So I'm going to be calling mine as well.
I will hopefully be back with Player Obscure 33 tomorrow, and I should be back with Rob again on Wednesday with Sea of Thieves. Thursday and Friday you will have to play by ear yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with those beers yet. Until then, all Mountaineers, I will see you in the next Avalanche stream.
I got nothing for hitting him because I didn't kill him. All right, folks. Well,